What's up guys, I'm Jahan.
And I'm TC.
We're from Swamp Pickleball Club and we just got our hands on the new Pursuit Pro paddles by Engage.
We're both switching from the Ultra Series from Engage to the Pro. The Ultra Series had more of a spray-on grit surface. It's also carbon fiber, but the Pursuit Pro is a raw Torre T700 carbon fiber skin, so we're excited to see what it has to offer.
So we're going to do a little review today of these paddles. We have 4 paddles. We have the Pursuit MX, the Pursuit MX 6.0, the Pursuit EX, and the Pursuit EX 6.0.
We're going to give each paddle a score 1 through 5 on power, spin, and control, and see which one we like the best.
So let's go through the differences.
So first we had the Pursuit MX Ultra. It's a little tough to see, but the texture is not there anymore on the center of the paddle. The grit is kind of worn off. I've used this for about 3 months. And if you go to the Pursuit Pro, you can kind of see the lines, the different carbon fiber weave that they use this time. Also the updated design.
So we got the MX versus the MX 6.0. The 6.0 on the right is a little bit thicker, 16 millimeter versus 13 millimeter. So now we're looking at the shape of the EX and the MX. The EX is definitely wider, but it's also shorter. The MX's handle is about a ½ inch longer, and the EX is wider here too. So you get more of a square shape with the EX, get more of an elongated shape with the MX. So first we'll review the MX Ultra. In terms of power, I'll give it a 4.
I also give it a 4 for power. It's pretty poppy, but it's not the most powerful paddle in the world.
In terms of control, I'm gonna give it a 3.
I would give it a 4 for control. I honestly felt like I had all the control I needed with this paddle.
For spin, I'm gonna go with a 2, because I think the grit wears off on this one pretty quickly.
I would also give the spin a 2. When we first got it, the spin was pretty good, but still wasn't as good as some other paddles out there, and now the grit has completely worn off on the center of the face, so I don't really get much spin with it anymore. So for the MX Pro, for power, I would give this a 5. It's definitely one of the most powerful paddles that I personally hit.
I would agree with that. My overheads, I feel like, used to come off at about 30 miles an hour. Now I feel like they're a lot faster than that.
For control, I would give this a 4 also. I don't really feel a big difference between this and the Ultra. Still feel in control, but there's softer paddles out there.
I think it's a 3. I think it's hard to find the sweet spot on the elongated shape. I think the sweet spot is a lot bigger on the other models.
And in terms of spin, it's only been 5 days since I've had this, but I would give it a 5. One of the most gritty paddles that I've ever played with. I feel like I don't miss any backhand flicks or attacks with this paddle.
Definitely 5 on the spin.
So next we're going to do the MX 6.0. For power, I would give this a 3. It's not super powerful, but it's a control paddle, so what can you really expect?
I would say a 3. It is a thicker model, so I think it's more for control. Going right into control, I'll give it a 4. Very soft, but still I think the elongated shape limits the sweet spot a little bit.
For me personally, I would give this a 5 on control. I feel like I don't miss any drops or dinks with this, and it feels really soft and good to use.
Spin, I think I'm going to give it a 5. It's the same face, so.
I also give it a 5 for spin.
We got the EX 6.0. This one is the shorter but wider paddle and thicker as well. We're gonna start off with power here. I'm gonna go with a 4, similar to the other one. It is a control paddle, but it still has the power there.
I'm gonna give it a 3. For me, it is pretty soft. It's a 16 millimeter thick paddle, so not much you can expect there.
Going into control, I'm giving it a 5 here. This is definitely the softest paddle. If you miss it off a little bit, it's still gonna go where you want it.
Like Jahan said, I'll also give it a 5. The sweet spot is really big, and I think that's helpful for people that have trouble hitting the sweet spot or just want a bigger one.
Spin's a 5.
Spin, also a 5. Next we have the EX. For this one, power, I give it a 4. I think the wider shape doesn't allow me to get as much power as the elongated version. Maybe just because I can't reach as far.
I'll give this one a 5. The pop off the paddle, it's there for me.
For control, I give this one a 4. It's pretty soft, but still has a lot of pop, and the wider sweet spot helps me control all my miss hits.
Control, I would give it a 4 as well. If it was the thicker one, it'd be softer. So since it's a thinner paddle, sometimes when you're dinking, you may dink a little high, so you need to just be careful with that.
For spin, this gets a 5.
5 on spin. Yep. My bad. It's fine. All right, guys, so we're gonna talk about which paddles we like the most here. I got the Pursuit EX Pro as my choice. I think the thinner model gives me the power that I need. The control is still there because it's the wider model, so I feel like my sweet spot is so big on this that I barely am missing shots. And then obviously any of the paddles for spin would have been there. This one just I feel the most comfortable. My hands still feel fast, so this is the choice for me.
And for me, I'm gonna go with the MX Pro. I think the elongated shape gives me the extra reach that I need to attack more balls. I will put 5 inches of 1 gram per inch lead tape on the throat area. I think that just makes it a little bit more stable. And with that, I think I have all the control I need and plenty of power. I need all the power I can get. So this is the one for me.